Hello my lovelies, and welcome back to Let's Play Sonic Mania, and welcome back to Stardust Speedway. You might notice there are, bizarrely, 2 Knuckles on screen. That's a weird little feature of this game that you can unlock when you do certain things with Knuckles. You can actually unlock a mode called And Knuckles, which basically means you can play any character and have Knuckles tag along with you. Even if it's another Knuckles. Why not? Why not, eh? It makes about as much sense as anything else in the Sonic universe, so why not? It's kind of fun as well, it is kind of silly. It's just the same thing as having Tails tag along, you know? It's no different. It's just that it's Knuckles instead of Tails. And it's also the first time you can actually play with Sonic and Knuckles together, which is kind of fun. I love these zones. These zones from Sonic CD. Sonic CD is still one of the most well-regarded of the classic Sonic games. Largely because it was so niche. I mean, not that many people had the Mega CD, or Sega CD as it was known in the US. It was one of those weird add-on systems that didn't really do a great deal, if we're perfectly honest. The technology just wasn't there back then. I mean, it was kind of pioneering in a way, because it was one of the first systems to use CDs for video games. It was really unusual, but most of the games, quote-unquote, didn't really qualify as such, because they were not very good. They largely consisted of clips of full-motion video, which the player had no agency in, apart from to press the specified quick button when the screen told them to, and that was it. Games like Tomcat Alley and Ground Zero Texas and the like. There are a couple of okay, decent games. I mean, I mentioned Ground Zero Texas there. Ground Zero Texas was a sort of like a light gun arcade shooter. You know, like the games in the arcades where you'd actually have a plastic gun and you'd fire it at the screen to shoot like cowboys or stuff, or zombies or stuff like that. That's what Ground Zero Texas was. It was a sort of like a science fiction light gun shooter game with a sort of very hokey B-movie horror element to it. It was crap. Most of them were. Most of them were. I think Mad Dog McCree was one. I think you could get that for the Sega CD if I remember correctly. They weren't very good, like, at all. Even if you could manage to get the correct peripherals, which you kind of needed. Trying to play those games with a joypad, no, it just didn't work. It was terrible. That was about it. There just wasn't that much out for the Sega CD. The other things you could get were games like Sonic CD, which were just like the Mega Drive Sonic games in terms of graphics, but they had animated openings and endings, and they had slightly better soundtracks. That was it. There really was nothing else to them. It's kind of a shame in a way. There was, I suppose, a fair bit of potential in the Sega CD, and it was kind of one of the precursors for CD-based systems in the home, so you've got to give it that. It just didn't really do a great deal, and there wasn't a very much out for it, really. Certainly nothing that warranted the price tag. And then of course you had the 32X, which was another peripheral which you had for the Sega Mega Drive, which plugged into the top, and that was a pile of wank. The Sega CD was the 32X was just a pile of crap. It was badly produced. It broke a lot, I know, because I had one, and the amount of times we had to take it back to get a replacement was unbelievable. In the end, I remember my mum saying, "We're not doing it again. It just keeps breaking. You know, it's just a badly made piece of hardware," which it was. You know, sadly, just a badly made piece of hardware. But there were some decent games for it. Like Chaotix was all right. The Knuckles game. It was okay. It had some issues. I mean, there's a bizarre technical thing in it where, rather than just allowing the sort of tried and tested Sonic formula to ride, they do this weird thing where they link the characters together by use of this sort of invisible rubber band. So you can sort of like stretch between them and then use the stored kinetic energy to go bouncing all over the zones. It's bizarre. It's odd. The game's okay. The game's kind of fun. And it's got some really lovely zones and music and details in it. but it's hampered by that control system. I mean, what they were trying to do was make it unique. They were trying to play around. It's a tech demo, effectively. They were trying to mess about with the Sonic formula to see if they could introduce something new. I mean, that was towards the end of the Mega Drive's life as well. It's a bizarre thing. I don't understand why they put so much energy into making peripherals for the Mega Drive instead of just putting a bit more energy into the release of the Saturn. Which, of course, as we know, the system itself was okay. The Saturn system is actually kind of a misunderstood gem. There's some really good stuff on the Sega Saturn. It's just that Sega's handling of it was atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. I mean, if you go and watch some of the documentaries online, I would highly recommend the ones by Kim Justice about the botched release of the Saturn. Oh, it's amazing. It's absolutely incredible. The bad decisions that Sega made around that time. And it's largely out of it's out of a sense that they could do no wrong, because they rode so high in the 16-bit era, you know? They were the second biggest name, a household name in the 16-bit era when it came to video games, you know? Second only to Nintendo, and in some areas, like the UK for example, they were bigger than Nintendo. They were huge. But unfortunately that translated to a little bit of hubris on their part, and the result is they died. They died a death. All of the goodwill that they built up during the 16-bit era just bled away with the Sega Saturn, because it was so badly botched. The launch of it was so badly botched. And they did a really weird thing with it as well, which is, for some reason, the Sega Saturn had its own bespoke programming language, which is insane. It's absolutely insane, because it meant that any third-party developers had to, they had to pay Sega to use the language in the first place, and then they had to get programmers to learn it. So it was insane. They couldn't get enough third-party companies interested in making games for it. And as a result, it just died a death. It didn't sell. And it's a shame. It's a real shame, because there's good stuff about the Saturn. There's good stuff on the Saturn. There's some real gems on it. Stuff like Panzer Dragoon Saga is an absolute lost gem of the 32-bit era. It's such a shame. And there's still affection for it even now, even though Sega have basically liquidated at this point. They are just a software company. And even in that, they make some pretty bad decisions. This game shows that there's still affection for these old licenses. Its popularity was huge, absolutely huge. But once again, Sega making bad decisions. They apparently treated the team that made this really badly. Really badly, and so there probably won't be another one, unfortunately. It's a real shame. It means that the people making Sonic games in the future will be the same people who made crap like Sonic Boom and Sonic and the Black Knight and all of that wankery. So yeah, do not expect any decent Sonic games in the future, I'm afraid. They're likely not going to be very good. I love this zone, the Stardust Speedway. This is the present version of the zone. This is like the default version of the zone. In Sonic CD, there are these signposts scattered throughout the zone. Some say past, some say future. And if you pass one of them, and you build up a head of speed, you can transport into the past or into the future. If you transport into the past, then you can see the zones as they used to be before Robotnik got a hold of them, when they were pristine and unblemished. And you can actually stop Robotnik ruining them. You can find the machines that he's using to sort of terraform the zones, I suppose, to his own specifications and destroy them. And if you do that, when you go back to the present, then the zones are pretty and beautiful again. And if you do the perfect past in each act, then you get a special version of the final third act, which is Utopian. It's kind of cool, isn't it? It's a kind of a cool system. if you go to the future, then you get to see what it's like when Robotnik has ruined it, effectively. And it's hideous, it's all ruined and broken and polluted. But you also get some really cool heavy metal versions of the soundtracks when you go to the ruined futures, so a lot of people actually rather like the ruined futures. I certainly do. I never had a Sega CD myself, or the Mega CD as it was known here in the UK. My friend had one, my richer friend had one, so we used to play the Mega CD around his. I remember just being bored by a lot of the games on it, because they were just these FMV games where there was just the barest level of interaction. You couldn't really call them even games, not really. Hey up, it's Metal Sonic, or Metallics as we knew him in the UK. He's been a consistent character since Sonic CD, to be honest. He's appeared in the vast majority of the Sonic games since then. In Sonic & Knuckles, he is one of the main antagonists. A different design of him, actually. My favourite design of him in Sonic & Knuckles. It's this bigger, beefier, slightly more industrial version of him. And if you play as Knuckles in Sonic & Knuckles, he's the final boss. It's this big version of Metallics that he can gain power from the Chaos Emeralds in the same way that Sonic does, which is kind of cool. I love this as well. This boss is banging. This is an adaptation of the final boss from Chaotix. And the little metal Sonic that he's churning out down there, the little silver Sonic, that's the final boss from Sonic 2 on the Master System. The 8-bit Sega system, which is really fun, isn't it? There are just all of these little touchstones and references to the games gone by, which Sonic fans will recognise. Uh-oh. Yep. This, for example, is a reference to the final boss from Chaotix. I think it's called Metal Sonic Kai or something bizarre like that. Oh, it's spitting bombs at me. Well, that went well, didn't it? One thing I like about this revamped version of the boss is that it doesn't chuck you right back to the beginning. I love these monstrous versions of Metal Sonic. I think they're really cool. I love the eyes. The eyes are fantastic. Uh-oh. This is not going to go well. I haven't got any rings left. I'm going to die. Uh-oh. Oh! Not doing very well here. Not doing terribly well at all. Well, third time's the charm. In fact, as antagonists go, I think I prefer Metal Sonic to almost any of the others. And that may be because of the stories he had in Sonic the Comic. He had some banging stories in Sonic the Comic. And, oh, he's almost done. He's almost done. There we are. Yes. I like the way the little sprite of Metal Sonic falls off the screen after he's dead. Okay, my loves, and on to the next zone. Where are we next? Is it Hydra City Zone next? I believe so. Let's see, shall we? Oh, there's the reference to the final zone. And off we go! Yeah! Hydra City Zone, one of my favourites from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. Second zone from Sonic the Hedgehog 3. There's a sort of cutscene at the end of the first zone where Knuckles effectively chucks Sonic down into the underground of the... oh, what the hell? Ah! No! Ah, he's drowning, not good. Of the floating island. And this is where he ends up, in the labyrinths underneath. Which is kind of cool. It's one of the reasons why I love the floating island as a setting for these games. It really has this very odd mystique about it. It feels like a sort of Atlantean myth, if you like. Where are we going? God, this is a very different zone with Knuckles. The whole layout is different, which is kind of cool, isn't it? They've really taken time to make sure... Oh, come on. Come on! There we are. they've really taken time to ensure that each of the zones is different with the different characters, which is really cool. Ooh. Aha! There we go. That's more like it. Whoa! I love the vibrancy of the colours outside of the water. The distinction is really cool. Okay. Wah! Let's just be very careful here, shall we? Aha! Also, as before, one of the coolest soundtracks in the entire game. The leap in quality between Sonic 2 and 3 when it comes to the soundtracks is insane. They really started to learn how to make best use of the Mega Drive's sound capacity around this time, and the games were just incredible. This was kind of the latter days of the Mega Drive, to be honest. I mean, Sonic & Knuckles was the last real Sonic game for the Mega Drive. There are a couple of others. Sega made the very bad decision of farming the license out to some third-party companies. So, good companies like Traveler's Tales and whatnot, which are not bad companies per se, but just not suited to making Sonic games, and the Sonic game they came up with was dreadful. Sonic 3D Blast, as it was known, and it wasn't 3D, it was isometric, and why would that ever occur to anyone, making an isometric Sonic game? It just doesn't work. Listen to that, that music is fabulous. I feel bad for talking over it. Those bandits are called Poindexters, by the way. Whoa. I mean, they really clearly started to understand what a boom the Sonic IP was at this point. And they just went all out for it. Sonic 3 was a huge game. Where the hell are we going? Up that way? I think it's this way. That was close. Yes, those are called Jaws, those badniks. I kind of like them because they're one in a long line of kamikaze badniks. They're basically living missiles. I like this stuff. This is basically... There's always been an underwater zone in the Sonic games since Sonic 1. In Sonic 1 it's the Labyrinth Zone, which is one of the most frustrating in existence. They've refined them a lot by this point. A lot of people did not like the underwater zones back then. Like, really didn't like them. The ones in Sonic 2 were pretty good. Like the... oh, there's Robotnik. The Aquatic Ruin Zone was one. I suppose technically the Chemical Plant Zone as well. Although you were more under chemicals in that one than underwater, really, weren't you? Oh, need a bit of air. Come on. There we go. Okay. Oh yes, this is the earthquake, isn't it? I love the fact that you've got a version of Robotnik who's a little bit more active than before. Oh, it's not going to let you get away with that. You can't climb. It's not going to let you get away with climbing as Knuckles in this section, which is fair enough, I suppose. It would make it just that wee bit too easy, wouldn't it? Okay. Oh, gotta be quick. There we are. Oh, it doesn't work on him. Okay, fine. Come on. Come on. Oh, that's gonna be close. Got him. No, it didn't. Oh, you swine. Come on, you. Gotcha. There's a real timing exercise with this one. You've got to get him just at the right moment, otherwise you get a bomb, and we don't want that. Come on. I like the very active animation model for Dr. Robotnik in this fight. There. Yeah, he sucks. Okay. And it's also really lovely to be able to ride the Eggomatic. I mean, you do get to ride it towards the end of Sonic 3, but it's a cutscene effectively. Okay, Zone 2. I do love this one. Whoa! Oh, the music here is fantastic. This was a new feature as well, having remixed tracks in Act 2 of each zone. That was a new thing in Sonic 3. In Sonic 2, and all previous Sonic games, it's just the same music from Act 1 to Act 2. It's a brilliant idea. It lends each of the acts a slightly distinct feeling and ethos. It's really clever. Also, you just get really cool remixes, which is lovely. And when they're this bloody good, I mean, listen to it. It's fantastic. Oh, this is going to be handy. Can't drown while we've got the water shield, which is really useful. We don't have Sonic's special abilities, unfortunately, which is a shame, but it's fine. Sonic has a special ability with each of the different shields. Ooh, this is training for the boss, effectively, isn't it? Oh, God, I love it. It reminds me very much of being a kid. Very, very nostalgic indeed. Because, of course, as the age I was when I got Sonic 3, I mean, I can't have been much older than 10? Maybe not even that. Maybe not even that. This is the kind of game that would have consumed my imagination, you know? I'd have drawn pictures and written stories and tried to draw comics based on this world, you know, and tried to make it make sense. Which, of course, it doesn't. It's one of the reasons why I really, really love still the UK Sonic the Comic, because they really did try to incorporate all the elements of the game itself and mythologize them. It's something that the US Archie comic didn't so much. The Archie comic kind of became its own thing. Whoa, I love the way these zones go together. There's a real sort of kineticism to them that I just love. It kind of makes me want to go and pick up one of the Mega Drive minis and one of the Super Nintendo minis and do some really old school Let's Plays, you know? Stuff like Super Metroid and maybe even Chrono Trigger and the likes of that. Bloody hell, I'd love to do Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger, by the way, is the last Super Nintendo RPG. The last, I believe it was the last one that was made by Squaresoft. Way back when it was Squaresoft for Nintendo systems, so a long, long time ago. Before they parted company and went off with Sony. Oh, it's this boss. Oh, yes. This is going to be a pain with Knuckles, actually. Uh-oh. Yeah, this is going to be tricky. Not this bit. This bit is the same as it is with Sonic, but, gotcha! Uh-oh. Ooh, yeah, he's going to be quite tricky, actually, this guy. Love the boss music in this game. It's a unique track, by the way. It's one they made specifically for this game. Okay, where's the bomb? Ah, there it is. Ooh, he got me. Well, I sort of got myself there, didn't I? That was kind of my own fault. In all honesty, that was my own fault. Come on, you. Gotcha! I can do it with some rings. Yay! Wonderful. Actually, you know what? With Knuckles... Yeah! We might be able to get some traction here with Knuckles. Or maybe not. Hang on, let me see if I can do it. Ah! Oh, it's not going to let me, no. I thought I might be able to grasp onto the walls and just keep gliding from wall to wall to kill him. It's not going to let me do it, though. Oh, you bastard. Okay, this is going to be quite tricky, actually. Primarily because he doesn't jump as high. That's the big deal here. It's the fact that he can't really jump to avoid it, or to even to hit it. There we go, he's done. Okay. Boom! There we are. Hey! Excellent! Where are we next? I can't remember. Oh shit. Ah! Oh, right, okay. Oh, so we're following this path now. Okay. Oh, it's a bit different with Knuckles. That's kind of cool. Has it got different music as well? Or is that just me? Oh, fuck. Oh, okay, so we've got to avoid that. That went well, didn't it? So maybe not fall down all the way this time. Not to the cleverest of ideas. I love the bull bandit there. He's kind of fun. Oh, it's a remix. For Knuckles, it's a slight remix of the theme tune. That's cool. Uh-oh. Uh-oh, we're getting distressingly low. Love this soundtrack. Ah, okay. There is a platform up there. Hello. Alright. Yeah, I'd love to do things like Donkey Kong Country. I would love to do the Donkey Kong Country games. They were big deals to me when I was a kid. I loved the Donkey Kong Country games. Things like Super Mario World, the original Super Mario World. Wow, what a game. Sadly, I mean, I never played the sequel, Yoshi's Island, until much later on, which is a real pity, because Yoshi's Island is the better game, without a shadow of a doubt. It's a stonker. Oh, I remember this one. This one is really strange. It is nothing but a giant maze of interconnected rooms like this. That's it. There is nothing else to it. It's really weird. You don't often get them set out like this. There's at least some variety in terms of the layout, but this one, not so much. And the reason I'm making a point of getting all of these squares of 4 is... Oh, well, it doesn't matter now. But if you don't, it becomes very difficult later on to find them all. Ooh, hello. I do like a big open space to glide through as Knuckles. Ah, there we go. Yeah, Knuckles' glide ability and Tails' ability to fly... Oh, fuck. I was going to say are huge benefits, but clearly I just demonstrated how they can also be very problematic indeed. Whoa, 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 whoa. you going? As I say, if I've got one complaint about this game, it's the fact that there aren't enough in the way of the unique zones like this one. Because they're really inventive and fun. The themes are great. The way they go together, the structure and design is beautiful. So, yeah, I would have loved to have seen more of this. You know, anything that expands the world is good insofar as I'm concerned. I love those buzzard badniks as well, they're fun. Hey! Oh look! The day is moving on, the lighting is changing. I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? God damn it. Oof, no, don't want that. Frig. The instant death I could do without. Nobody likes the instant death. The instant death is silly. Let's follow the rings and see where they take us. Maybe I was going the right way, I don't know. Am I going the right way? Hope so. Yeah, I'd assume so. Otherwise these wouldn't be leading us up the way they are, would they? We seem to be climbing higher, which is cool. Oh, it's a roller! They're originally from Sonic 1. From a zone called the Spring Yard Zone, I do believe. They're robot armadillos. And interesting, they have the same moveset as Sonic. Whoop! I nearly dropped right into that by accident then. Oh, this one, okay. Okay. This one is going to be really tricky to get a perfect on. Because the rings are all enclosed like this. And, I fucked it. No, there's no way we're going to be able to do that now. Damn it. Not having much luck with those special zones today. Oh well. I'm sure I'll survive without them. Hello, it's a caterpillar. That is actually what they're called, caterpillars. Was it going this way? Yes. Oh, whoa, hello! Oh, he's different with Knuckles, hello! This is an adaptation of a boss from a Game Gear game. Sonic Chaos, I believe. Very cool! The Game Gear was the old handheld system for Sega many moons ago. There we go! No, he wasn't that difficult, was he? Which way do we go? Oh, look! You only get to fight that guy if you get all the Chaos Emeralds, I think, which probably isn't going to happen, to be perfectly honest. My god, I tell you what, this is actually a very apropos zone to be playing today. Here in the UK, we're having a little bit of a heat wave, and it is ridiculously hot and humid here. Very unpleasant indeed. Okay. I'm going to try and stick as high as possible so I don't end up falling off the damn zone. I love the little bar stools, that's quite cute. Woo! There's a lot of little gimmicks here that are borrowed from other zones, like these pinball flippers here. They're from the Casino Night Zone, back in Sonic 2. Oh, I got a life. Yay! Probably a good thing. There's an electricity shield down there. Uh-oh. Oof. Yes, once again, I had a horrible paranoia of falling off the edge of the zone there. Ah! That's cute, I like that. That's a lot of fun. That kind of stuff reminds me of really old platformers, like from the Commodore Amiga. Okay, which way are we going? Up or down? Let's try up. Oh, okay, let's not, because there's only a life there. Okay, I think this is the boss. Yup, short zone. It's the magician Badnik, isn't it? Yeah. I like it. Who's he going to turn into? Knack the Weasel first, okay. Oh god, he's only going to let you get one hit in at a time. That's interesting. So he's going to take some doing, this guy. Who next? Oh, Bean. The explosives expert. Oh, and again. Yeah, he's going to chuck bombs, isn't he? Of course he is. Can't even remember what game Bean is from, to be honest. Some obscure spin-off game, I believe. Don't even know that one's name. Don't know. Oh, and again. He's clearly the muscle, whoever he is. Ah, we missed him, didn't we, that time? The hitbox is a little bit inconsistent. I will say that. It's difficult to know when you can hit them. Oh, he hit me with one of his corkscrew bullets. Okay, we're not that far away. There we go. This guy's actually easier if you use Sonic with his Sonic 3 moveset, because you can just use the shield, the insta-shield to kill them, and it's really easy. Gotcha. Gotcha. Actually, that's a good technique. Using the glide. That works rather well. I'm gonna have to remember that. Who next? See what I mean by it's difficult to know when you can hit them? Okay. Yeah, he's a pain. Gotcha. There we go. I'm going to assume that he needs 8 hits, like most bosses in Sonic do. Oh. Gotcha. He's actually damaging the zone, which is kind of fun. Gotcha. Gotcha. Yes, okay. That's not too bad. I think we got 6 on him. 2 more. Knack again, I think? Yeah, thought it would be. With his gun. I think, if I remember correctly, they had to change the way Knack was characterized in the West, because in Japan he's a sniper. And in the West they weren't really at home with a cutesy video game character being an assassin. Okie dokie, what's this Oil Ocean Zone next, I think, isn't it? It was with Sonic anyway. I'm sure it's going to be with Knuckles as well. Let's have a look. Boom. Yep, Oil Ocean Zone. Okay, my loves, when we come back. Until then, bye-bye.